Hey guys, so if you remember, I posted a video of my chatbot like around 6 7 months back, and as you see in AI space, everything is changing pretty rapidly. So here we are, moved on from that chatbot where we had to actually copy paste the code, fix manual errors in the code, tweak it, made a few adjustments, do a little bit of iteration, right? So it was not that easy, but still it was like solving 90% of the problem. Development effort was being reduced, but now with as we have advanced more and more, and now we have reached a stage where we have fully autonomous agents, for outside SAP world. So I was thinking, I tried a little MCP server, using MCP server. Why can't we use GitHub Copilot itself to create some kind of an autonomous agent, right? So I'm using most of the ADT APIs. Okay, so using that, I'm able to create a unit test class or create CDS views or database tables, anything basically directly into my SAP dev system, right? So this is my server running locally. I've deployed it as well on a cloud. So right now for the demo purposes, I'm running my server locally. So you can see the server is up and running, right? And once I start, you can see the detailed logging, structured logging I'm doing, and it's taking the credentials from the header parameters. So I'm passing my host name where my SAP dev box is running and my credentials and my password, right? So it has connected to the SAP system. So credential has been loaded successfully from headers and stuff like that. So if you want to see, you can see the bunch of tools are provided in this MCP server, right? So, and I've given a few prompts as well. So just for the demo purpose, let's say I want to generate a unit test class for, let's say I have this class, and it's a pretty big class. It uses, it was a Jira SDK I developed long back. So, so you can see how it will implement the oops test double and how it will mock all these SCPP calls and test data and whatnot, right? So pretty a good example to test how our agent is working. So let's say I put up this prompt which I have created, and if I enter the class name here, it will insert the prompt automatically and replacing all that variable. All you just have to press enter, and that's it, and just sit back and relax. Now the agent takes over, and now it will start following the prompt, basically kind of a workflow of how you need to create the unit test class, get examples, dependencies, insert the code, syntax check, activate, reiterate if any syntax checks, fix the code. So it keeps on doing that, and you can see everything is being logged in the MCP server, what it is doing at every step, performance wise, so it's pretty good, taking hardly every call is in milliseconds, 200 300 maximum milliseconds. So if you see, it's all been auto approved, okay, because I've been playing around, so I've approved all this tool call. Otherwise, for every call, tool call, VS Code will ask for a human approval, right? So always human is in loop in these kind of Copilot agents. And I'm using Claude Sonnet 4.5, which is a premium model subscription, and Claude is like way advanced in even generating ABAP code, right? So much better than GPT or other models in the market right now. I felt Claude is far much advanced, especially in terms of SAP ABAP code. So you see, it's doing a lot of operations, and that's it. I'm not doing anything, just sitting back and relax. So you can see it has created, and it is going and fetching the examples, okay, like this. So I told him in the prompt that these are a couple of classes which we developed in our team long back. So take those examples, follow the coding naming conventions from those classes, the test doubles, how we have used them, understand it and follow the same pattern basically. So that way also you can customize or modify your prompt, because prompts are like open source. You insert the prompt and then you can edit the prompt the way you like, add in more examples, change the class names, or even copy paste the code you want. Whatever you feel like, you can change the prompt, right? It's all about basically the tools, how it calls the tools autonomously. So I guess it's pretty much ready. It has created the unit test class include, right, and it is formatting the code as well using pretty printer tool which we have provided to him, and that's it. So I guess let's see in SAP system. So it has set the code right now. If you see in Eclipse, you can, after being refreshed one time, initially the test class was non-existent, but I guess it should come up now. You see, so the code has been inserted. Okay, now it is in a iterative loop basically. You see there are some syntax errors, so let the agent fix it. Okay, you don't have to worry about anything. It ran a syntax check, and yeah, so it understood there are some syntax errors, right? Yes, that we also saw in the SAP system, and let it fix it. So these days pretty much, what we have to focus around is creating a bunch of tools, how to expose your data, how to expose your system outside the SAP environment, and these agents are pretty much powerful that we don't have to scratch our brains on creating an agent from scratch, right? So all we have to focus on is like a prompt engineering, context engineering, and creating a bunch of tools. So I guess he was able to fix the syntax error. Let's see whether he fixed it or not. So I'm just refreshing my Eclipse again. No, I think he is still working on fixing it. So I'll just fast forward the video. It takes around 2 to 3 minutes because it's an iterative loop, right? So at the end it will activate your class with zero syntax errors and with 85% plus code coverage. Okay, and that's again an iterative loop. You can still again tell him that okay, increase my code coverage, and it will do that for you. So all now humans have to do is basically review the code properly, whether it makes sense. The test cases he created make sense, because sometimes AI will not know your functionality, right? So yes, humans are still required to review the code, whether the test cases are as per your functionality and it is actually covering your functional requirements. So yeah, now as in the final step, and the class has been fully activated. Okay, so now it even executes your test class and gets the coverage out of it. And if you see, everything is being logged. Okay, each tool call, the duration it takes, everything is getting logged. And yes, so it has successfully created the test class in like what, hardly 3 to 4 minutes. And it ran the test methods, your test class, it ran, okay, and figure out the coverage, everything is green, all the tests passed, and that's it. Now you can go in your SAP system. Let me refresh. Okay, now you see no syntax error, nothing. The class is fully active. Okay, even in SAP GUI editor, you can see your class is fully active status. Even your test class is fully active, right? Okay, so the class is active, and this is your test class created. Okay, this is also fully active, no syntax errors, nothing. We can even check what's the code coverage we got. If you run, the coverage is pretty good, 80 plus. The branch coverage, even the statement coverage is what we care about mostly, is 88%, right? So it's pretty good. That's it.